What's going on, guys? Alex here and welcome back to the channel. So today we are back on the MX5. We're hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully I don't jinx myself.
You done messed up, Aaron! No.
Gonna do a quick and simple, easy mod. So today's agenda is the washer bottle relocation kit. So as you can see, that is where the original washer bottle location is. And we've got the Davefab kit, which relocates it up to here. So obviously there's nothing really wrong with the location because it's not like it takes up much space, but you know, we just want to tidy little bits up. And yeah, so I'm going to start off with that. In the meantime, it has had the new wheels put on. We've still not done the brakes, and that is because we are still waiting for the driver's side rear caliper to turn up, which I've emailed a couple of times but I've had no answer, so we're just patiently waiting at the moment. So hopefully I'll get that this year because it's something that wants doing, so that I can then actually drive the car properly and not have to worry about, oh, is like the brakes going to lock up or just stop working. Well, it's a bit annoying. If I'd have known it was going to be such a long wait, I probably would have got a different rear kit from elsewhere. I think like there's like Willwood kits and all sorts. So, but yeah, hindsight's 2020. So yeah, we're still waiting on that, but I wanted to put the new wheels on anyway in the meantime, so I had something to do, and I'm really happy with how they look, and the stance is so much better. I do still need to fully sort it out, so I'm gonna have to roll the arches, definitely at the back, probably at the front as well, so that's another job to do, and then obviously lower the car down a little bit. What else? We've also had the replacement tow eye there and the off to the side bracket for the number plate as well as its new plate. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, then your loss. Not really, but yeah, so me and the missus picked that, so yeah, that's all good. So anyway, let's get on to today's agenda, which is the washer bottle relocation. So here is the kit. So you get this lovely manufactured washer bottle. Yeah, well, I guess it is. Yeah, the instructions. Here we've got the wiring to extend the loom for the pump, as obviously we're moving it from this corner all the way back there, so we need to extend that. We've got new washer pipes and bolts, hardware, all that kind of stuff. And the extra thing I've bought is these Ford washers. So I think these are from a Maverick or something. I'll put all the information down in the description for the links to these, because I wanted to change these. So they're obviously not fitting great anyway, but they're the old style, just squirt out a jet in both directions, and they're not the best things in the world, whereas those Maverick ones are more of a mist, so like you get on the newer cars. So I'm going to upgrade those while I'm at it as well, because why wouldn't you? So hopefully this should all go quite nicely. So first things first, I'm just going to quickly clean up that little scuttle area so that I don't forget about it when we're actually fitting it. And yeah, so I'll clean that up and I'll catch you guys in a second when we start removing the old washer bottle, getting the bits that we need, and yeah, playing car games again. Okay, so first things first is we've got to remove the old washer bottle. So I think it's held in by these two 10 mils. So I can manage to get this thing off. Slowly. Right, one bolt down and second bolt down. Hopefully the visibility is not too horrendous. There's just not really much place to put you guys here. Alright, and that is the second bolt. Is that it? Yes, and it just pulls straight up. So far, so good. Then it says to obviously unplug this thing. Where are you? I hate clips that How? Oh, push that in. Obviously. Is that going to leak if I turn it upside down? No. So then we need to remove this, which is quite difficult one-handed. So let's see. I'll put you. Oh my god, this is going terribly. It says to twist to break the seal as to not damage the clips. Oh, there we go. And that's that. The old washer bottle is now out. So if we take this back inside and put it on the table. So I actually used my brain for once and I've emptied out the washer bottle before I would make a mess everywhere. So I now remember one of the reasons why I wanted to change this as well is because it is disgusting in there. Yeah, I could probably clean it up, but again, it's just always just going to be like this disgusting looking plastic regardless. So, I mean, when you see them like that, that's the obvious choice. It just looks smarter and yeah, so this now needs to come out. It says it's held in by a plastic clip and gently, that's the plastic clip and the rubber washer. Oh no, don't tell me that's, that is disgusting. So the washer actually tore a little bit. Well, I say washer, the rubber grommet kind of tore. I say kind of, it's definitely torn. But we might be okay. So we're going to try it in anyway. If it leaks, it leaks. If it doesn't leak, no problem. But yeah, so that is the little pump now out. Worst case scenario, I'm sure I can probably find a new one somewhere. So for the exercise of today, we're just going to fucking send it and hope for the best. So next up, we have to go back to here, and we've got the fun task of removing all of the old washer hose. But it does say to keep all the clips. So I say clips, the joiners and the fasteners. So we will take a bit more care with that than with with that grommet, and hopefully we can retain all of these, as we need the joiners for when we put the new washer hose in. So I will put you guys down once more and we will try and do this successfully. It sounded like it was broken, but it's not, promise. Alright, one done. Hello? Oh, just squirted everywhere. That's what she said. Oh my god, oh, it's making a mess. Alright, well, that is that piece. A little bit of threatening was all it took. So there we go, that is done. I'll do those ones in a sec. Can we have some focus back? There we go. Yeah, so I'll do these ones in a sec, but that's basically it. So let us go grab the next bit, which is extending the wiring loom, which hopefully will go a little bit better than how it has done so far. So the next job on the list is to extend the wiring loom for this. So here we have the wire that they've supplied. I've put the wire sleeve over it. They say to go through this little rubber grommet here. So what I've done is I've taken it out. I've chopped out a tiny little hole. If we can focus on what I want to. Okay, well apparently you're going to just see the engine and not my hand. No, okay, yep. You're just going to have to take my word for it that I have cut a small hole in the rubber grommet and fed the wire through there, so that now in theory I can push this through there, he says. Again, trying to do this one-handed isn't the easiest of things, but that can now make its way. Oh, there we go. Grab the wire, pull it through. It's definitely stuck on something. Of course it is. Ow. Oh, the rubber grommet almost ejected itself. So, now that that is out of the way again, gently pull the wire through, blah blah blah, let's go. Yeah, right, the rubber grommet is almost back in position. So we will smush that back into place. Oh, look at that, almost professional. So that needs to attach here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop off the plug here. So they said that there's a couple of options that you can do. So chop off the plug here or off the washer bottle, and then attach that to there. And then I'm going to put this clip back onto the other end over there. Or the other option is just to completely have a way of the clips and then just fit that together and then fit the other end over here straight to the washer bottle pump. But I like the idea of still retaining the clip so that it's removable if needs be. So that's what I'm going to do. So let's grab some cutters. I'm going to get my little solder pack again that I used for the headlights, if I can remember where I put them. So I'm going to go and find those now and join you again in a sec. So I thought I'd show you it on this side where it's a little bit more easier to see than down in there, but that side is now all done. So the wires are connected and the heat shrink that they supplied is around everything, so it should be all nice and weatherproof. So here I've put the heat shrink that they have supplied up there. And then down here I have prepped the two wires. So what I've done is there's two wires, there's one blue one with a line for it. So for me that is, with the line through it is the red, the straight blue line is the black wiring, so that way it matches up both ends. So I've used my solder thingy whatevers again that I used for the headlights. And they're like heat shrink and solder and just do everything all in one. So I know people are probably going to say, oh no, not against the wind, but literally what I do is I just put the two wires together, heat everything up. As you can see, it's starting to heat shrink itself around. So the blue bit is then what makes the weather seal around everything, and the solder in the middle slowly starts to melt and then fuse the two wires together, just so that way it's got a very nice connection all the way around. And it is literally as easy as that. So I just wait for that to cool down a little bit, then I'll pull the heat shrink down over it, heat shrink everything all nice together, and that is the wiring loom extended. So quite nice, easy, straightforward, painless. It's what we like to see, really. So yeah, let's get that done and move on to the next step of the installation. So time has come to fit the washer bottle. So first of all is we remove this bolt here, which they supply us with a nice shiny new one, which is very nice. And the other one, there's a couple of different instructions depending if your car has ABS or not. They say on the instructions, if your car does have ABS, then you'll have this clip here which houses a brake line, which the clip is there but there is no brake line. So have I got ABS, have I not? I've got no clue. But they say if you do have that, then there is a captive nut here, which there is. So they recommend to, well, they don't recommend, they tell you to remove this, and then they supply you with a longer bolt. So that way you've got the thread on this side for securing the washer bottle. So we've already gone ahead and done that. Then here we are told to put the grommet in and fit the water pump, as it will be the water pump, whatever it is, as it will be harder to do once everything's in place. And obviously also fit the new washer line. So I think it's just a case of dropping it in like that. And yeah, so I think we bolt this one up here and bolt that in there. And I think that is pretty much it. So again, if I can find somewhere to plop you guys down, maybe that'll work. Is it gonna work? It works close enough. So we fit this one here first. He says, right, yep. Get it in there nicely. So I'm not going to do it all the way up to begin with, so that I've got some wiggle space if needed. Right. That's done up enough. Then next up you definitely can't see this, and I've definitely just punched the camera. But yeah, there we go. So we are going to put that on the bolt that we just fitted as well. So yeah, that's in place there. So now that everything's in place, I can do everything up nice and tight. Okay, that one is nice and tight. Let's remove the extension on that. Do this one up, again, nice and tight. We are very nearly there. And that looks like job is jobbed. Well, that part of it anyway. So, if I grab you guys again, we are definitely going to plug this back in together. Question is, can I do this one-handed? Probably not. Watching me struggle. Right, you know what? I'm just gonna do that for a sec. Still struggle with two hands. What is going on? Right, you go there, and voila! As if by magic, that is now plugged in. So I presume I'm just going to tuck the wire down here somewhere. What I might do is I might cable tie that up all nice, so that way that wire here doesn't get in the way of the wipers. So next up is probably going to start working out where to run this hose, potentially up through there and then across into its new home. So let me figure that out quickly, and yes, we are slowly getting there. Right, so here we are. The hoses are now all in place. We are going to ignore this little cable tie holding that in place, because I definitely did not snap it when pulling that out. But yeah, we're definitely not dealing with 30-year-old brittle plastic. But yeah, so the hose coming out of there goes to this Y piece, I think they call it. Then clipped in there to this T piece, which is connected to the washer jet there. Go back down you, and the other one over there. And yeah, just carried it on there. So I left myself a little bit more slack here, just because it's quite fiddly to get them out and whatnot, and especially when I'm eventually going to get around to painting the car. I want to be able to remove them with ease and not have to necessarily get new hose, although I do have a little bit left over, so that will always do the job. So yeah, that's now all fitted up, that's all done. I've cable tied the wires together nicely, so in theory this, well, it's still got a little bit of slack, so definitely didn't check that properly. But in that case, we'll just pull the slack through here, and well, that's it. Job jobbed. So the test is back down. Yeah, everything clears in there all nicely. So drop that down. From the outside, you just get these two shiny new black washer jets. But time for the real test is, if I can find the keys, we get in. You just hate it when your keys just get inside your key rings and everything. Right, onto the electrics. Does it? Why are you not working? Please hold. So, what should you do when you change your washer bottle? You probably want to fill it up with washer fluid. And guess who was a sausage and did not do this? Is going to go everywhere, so I am going to go grab a funnel and do it that way. But yes, the reason why nothing was happening was because there is no liquid in here to actually go anywhere. So I'm going to go grab a funnel. I will top it up with my washer fluid, and then we will go and try this again with round 2, hopefully using more than one brain cell. Right, here we go. I'm going to leave the bonnet up just in case, but I can see through the hose there if anything's happening. Right, again, it doesn't do anything just with the electrics on, but I did turn the engine on beforehand and heard the pump going, so now we pray. Well, this is not ideal, so let me just go and double check that I have plugged everything in properly, but if not, we will try with attempt number 3. Let's turn that off before I gas myself out, which definitely would not be ideal. Alright, definitely plugged that in. Yeah, that is definitely plugged in. Definitely plug that in the right way around. Could it be that that needs to be upright? Who knows? Alright, I will figure this out. So, good news is it wasn't my fault. It's the car's fault, but the annoying thing is I had to cut up the heat shrink on where I cut it originally on the original connector, because I was like, did I maybe like put the 2 wires in the wrong direction, is the only thing I could think of. But no, it turns out it is this little bugger here. It blew the fuse, because I tried the wipers and wipers weren't doing anything, and I was like, well, I've not touched anything to do with the wiper motor or anything like that, so the only thing I could think of was the fuse, which is annoying, especially because if we go down into the driver's side footwell, the fuse box is right up in here, which in a tiny car you can't really get in there all too well. So it's the only yellow 20 amp fuse. Why do I look like a ghost? Yeah, so that is now fixed and I've put a new fuse in. So I am hoping that I can just do this. I really hope this works. Oh, and I am soaked. I am soaked, but it works. So another thing is, you probably noticed that these are extremely slow. That is going to be another project to sort all that out. But the main thing is the washers work. So everything that I've done today is indeed functional, working. Thank God for that. So yeah, my plans are to get all new washer arms, probably the linkage as well, and I'll have a look at the motor. I think some people say you can just take the motor apart, re-grease some of the sections, so I'll probably look at that first. If that doesn't work, then I'll just get a new motor. But yeah, I thought I might as well just change everything while I'm at it, that way it's all fresh, it's all new, it all looks nice rather than all rusty and crusty and disgusting, seeing as this car will eventually be sort of a show spec, if you want to call it that. I just want it to look as perfect as it can. So hope you guys have enjoyed this video of me failing to do stuff as usual. But yeah, I don't know what the next video is. It might be an update on the TT, might be some more bits to the MX5, as I've got, well, obviously I'm still waiting for the brake caliper, but I've got some other bits that I can fit to this in the meantime. Probably end up buying some more bits for it to just get ahead of myself. It's getting painted in January, not the outside, but I'm going to get the inside of the boot painted just because it's all like old and gross and disgusting, so that'll freshen that up. I do need to, I've ordered a bore scope so that I can check the channels for the roof because it's getting very wet inside. So I'm just working my way through like any possibilities of water being trapped inside the car, where it could be. But yeah, probably Golf or Clio videos to come as well. There's just all sorts coming. So make sure you do subscribe because we've got so much stuff to do. Oh, and the up. I've seen a couple of people saying that they want more up content. So I will sort some stuff out with the up and get that back on the channel because yes, still about. It's just been slightly neglected a little bit. But yeah, we've got so much going on. So yeah, please do subscribe. And if you have enjoyed the video, make sure to drop the video a like. Let me know down in the comments if you are enjoying these videos. What else you want me to see done to the car. Was that even English? I'm not sure. But yeah, if there's any like particular mods you want me to look into or any recommendations, I'm all ears. So do let me know down in the comments. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video, whatever it may be. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys.